These are the 10 things you want people to know but won't tell them. Welcome to our channel, Top 10ish. Please subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and give us a thumbs up if you like our content. Now let's get back to the countdown. Number 10, that they're a liar. One of the most annoying and frustrating things is to have a conversation with a compulsive liar. They get a high from these made-up stories, and it makes them feel important and in control of your mind. These guys love to hear themselves talk, though what they're saying is obviously far-fetched, but their need for attention is far more important than being realistic. The sad thing is, they get upset if you respond with a bit of a doubt to their over-the-top stories. So the next time a compulsive liar try to feed you their make-believe story, do yourself a favor, do not listen. Number 9, that they talk too much. We've all been around them. That loquacious person that just can't seem to shut their mouth. No matter where they are, they always have to be the one trying to control the conversation because they so badly wants to be heard. A talkative person has no idea how they annoy the ones they're talking to. These excessive talkers always have endless stories to tell, and they always seem to crack themselves up, even when no one else is laughing. These extreme talkers will never ever get it until the ones being annoyed finally shuts them up. Number 8, that they're bad at their job. A job is a specific task given to someone. At some point, you're called upon to do a job, in most cases for a company. Most people work very hard, punching the clock, trying to make a living at a job that they hate. However, we all need money to survive, to keep a roof over your head, and pay those dreaded and wanted bills that show up every month like a relentless stalker ex. To make matters worse is having to work with a person that is bad at their job. Working with an incompetent person is literally torture for most of us. It's frustrating, time-consuming, and it overall just makes your workday so much more harder than it has to be. These coworkers tend to weigh on us day after day, and it demoralizes the entire team. Number 7, that they're dumb. No one really knows why some people are so dumb. Having an interaction with a dumb person is pointless because they just don't have a good, solid, intriguing conversation. The exchange is mostly unhinged, and you're left scratching your head, trying to figure out how the heck did this conversation took such a weird left turn. Sadly, you tend to walk away wondering, why the hell do you even bother wasting time talking to this person when you could have used those minutes in a more productive way? The next time you think about starting up a conversation with someone you deem to be dumb, do yourself a favor and don't, because the only likely outcome will be disappointment followed by anger. Number 6, that they're a bad cook. Food is something that our society loves to eat. We all have our favorite dishes that just melt our hearts whenever we lay eyes on it. We tend to love and cherish the talented few in our lives who prepares these unbelievable meals. The problem is, we're not exactly fond to visit or see the folks in our circle who cannot cook. A terrible tasting meal is most people's worst nightmare, and it's bad for both parties, not just the one that's eating it. Nevertheless, cooking a meal takes a lot of time and dedication. Even if it's bizarre tasting, you have to appreciate the time and effort someone puts into preparing a meal from start to finish. It would probably be hurtful after someone prepares a meal for you to tell them how horrible the food is and how bad of a cook they are. You would probably be considered ungrateful and cruel by most people. The next time someone who's a bad cook prepares a meal for you, just eat it. It would make both parties feel better. Number 5, that you don't like them. Friendship is something that everyone has. Some people love and value their friendship almost as much as they do a personal relationship. Friendship can be great as long as there is honesty and loyalty. A good friendship could last a lifetime. However, for most people, life gets in the way, like marriage, kids, or moving away. All the above can drastically change the dynamics of a strong friendship and leave someone with their feelings hurt. This often leads to hatred, anger, and resentment. This is where you go from doing everything for your friend to being enemies. You just can't stand being around that person, but you play along as if everything is fine, though they're not. If you should ever find yourself in such a dark place, forgiveness and acceptance heal all wounds. Try it. We promise you won't regret it. You'll feel a lot better. Number 4, that they have bad breath. The human mouth can be one of the most beautiful, attractive, and appealing thing about a person if time and effort is put into maintaining it the right way. The mouth is a peculiar part of the body, and it requires an excessive amount of attention to be kiss-worthy. A mouth with a pretty smile tells us a great deal about a person's hygiene. It often means fresh breath, good odor, and worthy of kissing. However, a mouth with bad breath is quite the contrary. One of the most difficult and uncomfortable things to do is to have a close-knit conversation with someone that has chronic bad breath. The strange thing is, each person's bad breath has its own unique odor. There are a number of things that can cause bad breath, such as not brushing your teeth the correct way. Though this is true, it is important to know that brushing your teeth doesn't stop you from having bad breath. It does stop you from developing cavities, but not bad breath. The tongue is the main culprit for bad breath. To avoid smelly breath, you must start your day with cleaning off your tongue. This means brushing your tongue with toothpaste for around 30 to 40 seconds in the morning, and do the same before you go to bed at night. Follow this procedure, and bad breath will most certainly go away. Number 3, that they have bad odor. Whenever someone has bad odor, it is usually very embarrassing. Exercising or doing any job where someone runs around constantly can cause BO in an almost excusable way. But a person that sits at a desk at an office job, or worse yet, being out on a date, has no excuse to be smelling funky. Being around someone with bad odor is very uncomfortable. You're concerned that people may think you're the one that smells. You're worried about bad odor getting into your clothes, and you actually can't get over the fact that this person does not smell themselves. Bad odor is usually self-inflicted due to lack of a shower. It is the body's way to scream for help, letting each individual know that the body needs to be cleansed. It is recommended for a person to take a shower at least once a day. That should give an individual acceptable hygiene. The bottom line is to take a shower on a daily basis, which will keep you smelling clean and fresh. Number 2, that you have a crush on them. Having a crush on someone is one of the most fun, exciting, and scary thing one could ever feel. You have absolutely zero control over your emotions. You're completely clumsy, giggly, and at times very nervous around that person that you're crushing on. Crushing on someone is your dirty little secret that you will not share with anyone until you feel the time is right. Informing someone that you're crushing on them is extremely scary. The whole idea of being rejected is too intimidating, and those fun romantic fantasies are completely out of your control. But if you're crushing on someone, the best thing to do is to find out if that person is available and then go from there. Before we get to number 1, don't forget to check out our links below. Number 1, that they are bad in bed. Intimacy plays a very large and important part in every relationship. If you are not satisfying your partner, your relationship will encounter huge problems. A major problem that will cause a woman to label a guy bad in bed is being small down there or not packing. Most male would consider this to be somewhat of a curse, All men would love to be packing and be able to last half an hour. However, on the other hand, for a woman to be considered bad in bed, the reasons are completely different. It is mostly due to lack of participation or wanting to quit mid-session. The fact is, it's way more damaging for a guy to be told that he's bad in bed because males are ego-driven. The absolute worst thing a woman can ever tell a man is that he's terrible and he doesn't satisfy her. That literally destroys a guy.